Hey everybody, this video is going to be about companion planting and beneficial insects. Basically allowing nature to work with nature to make food better, because as we all know and we will all know, that nature does a better job at things than people can. The more that people think, the more that people try to do things, and it just doesn't work out. The more you have to think about something, you're doing it all wrong. Let nature take its course. Watch nature, mimic nature. Um, yeah, we're making little greenhouses out of little milk jugs and stuff like that, but we're trying to mimic nature, more than anything. But this is going to be about types of plants that you can plant, and the videos I'm going to be talking about today is about peas. This is Oregon sugar pea seeds, and I'm actually going to be planting these with the corn, so that way eventually next month or so they're going to be spiraling up the corn, using the corn as support. And not only that, but peas and legumes are nitrogen fixers. They actually fix nitrogen into the ground, and as I learned, the corn basically sucks all the nutrients and all the dirt right out of the pot very rapidly. So it's very demanding on the ground. So I'm actually going to grow these with the corn, just like the Native Americans did. They had their own holy trinity when it came to gardening, and it was basically maize, beans, and squash. And you grow those all together in the same spot, right on top of each other, right next to each other, and they will interact and grow perfectly, in perfect balance and perfect harmony. Now, I'm going to be growing the peas with the corn, but I also put a couple other things in there too. I'm going to be showing you. Alright guys, now these are my onions. I'm actually going to be putting some of the onions in with the corn, and the reason why is because onions, they actually, they're like a natural pesticide. They actually keep away certain types of insects that would actually be eating the corn, or all that stuff. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the onions and the garlic and everything interact with the corn and stuff. So I already pulled out one of them, and just to show you what my onions are looking like right now. Not too bad. Now I'm gonna get these ones. I'm getting these ones here on the sides that aren't doing too well, and the reason why is because I'm actually just gonna found out a way to recycle old onions. You cut the bottom part off where the root is right here. You keep that, and you plant this back into the ground, and a whole new onion will grow from that spot. So you can actually keep this, like, I'm gonna cut these right there. We're gonna eat all that, and then we're gonna replant that back into the ground, and then hopefully it's gonna regrow. So, alright, now I got all these out of just this one pot, and I still left a whole bunch in there. So there's a whole bunch of onions sitting up here, and we'll have some good ones here for the next couple, some fresh onions for the next couple days. Alright guys, now as you can see, I already planted some dill in here. I've got dill in here now, garlic, there's some garlic cloves in here. Now the dill I had planted in a different pot. It wasn't doing too good, it was pretty sad looking, so I split it all up and put it in here. Now dill is also really beneficial. The flowers from that, the plant from that attracts beneficial insects. Not only that, but it detracts away from ones that you don't want. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant some of these Oregon sugar peas. Put them in there, all over the place. See how those do. I'll probably plant more than I probably should, but you never know. Need a couple extra just to be safe. And they're probably growing right on top of the garlic too. And onions. And I just found out about this just the other day, about planting just the bottom root half of the onions, so that way you can keep reusing your onions over and over and over and over again. So now I've got 4 with, I already got a green stock, and I'm hoping that these here are going to start sprouting up, and everybody else has had good results, so we'll see if I do. Now a lot of people are thinking that yeah, I probably got too much stuff growing in one pot, but that's the whole square foot gardening concept, is plant a lot of stuff all together, and if everything is beneficial to each other and actually feeds each other, like these peas right here, they're actually going to give nutrients to everything, then you don't have to worry about adding nutrients to the soil or depleting the soil. The main thing is probably root compaction, that there's going to be too many roots and stuff growing, but we'll see. And one of the main things is too, also, if you're ever going to be planting stuff or transplanting stuff, make sure you water it really good. There's a lot of stress that happens to the plants too, that people don't think about. You know, the roots are bent and manipulated and broken, and a lot of times the plants have to basically start all over again, and make sure you got water. So that's one less thing they got to worry about. So, thanks for watching this video about companion plants and beneficial insects. Now, some of the beneficial insects, a lot of people might not believe me about this, but this dirt in this pot right here is about 3 years old. There's no holes in the bottom of this pot. Nothing has ever drained out of it. And if you look, I mean, there's a lot of life going on in here. I mean, lots of fungus. Mushrooms grow out of here in the spring. Last spring I had a bunch of different kinds of mushrooms growing in here. And what I did for the first year or two, I just had a cherry tree growing in here, and this thing was really big, filled up and everything. And this last year it died, but it's actually growing back. So this year I was actually going to put strawberries in here with the cherry tree. I was actually going to put these strawberries in there. Now, if you don't know what kinds of plants to put together, you can never go wrong with strawberries. They're great ground cover. They cover up the ground. They don't let it get dried out, and it works very well together. But I have lots of ants that live inside of here. I don't have a lot of ladybugs. I don't have a lot of bug problems at all. I really very rarely see any bugs on here, other than the tiny little microscopic. Now, they're not fire ants. They're not big black carpenter ants. These little tiny little ants, and I don't want to disturb it because the roots look good, but that's one thing. Now, ladybugs work really good. If you can track ladybugs with lots of different types of flowers and everything like that, which I really don't have. I've got flowers on some of my fruiting vegetables and everything like that, but that's pretty much about it. Praying mantises work really good, but the best thing to do is let nature do what it has to do, and don't kill any of the spiders. If you see any spiders in there, they help out with everything. They keep everything on balance too. But I actually, if you look right down in there, there's a couple little ants crawling on the stem of the cherry tree. So they do what they do, and they keep everything clean. So. Yeah.